Haven't done a video in so long. It is like 1 o'clock in the morning. I have a flu. I'm just waiting for my head to stop hurting. It's just pounding. I took 2 Tylenols. I took it a little bit too late. I took it 5 hours later, and you have to take it every 4 hours. I'm in so much pain. Um, sorry. I'm in so much pain, but the reason why I'm doing this video is that I'm sitting here. I can't sleep because of my head hurting so bad. It's just pounding. I'm a single mother, a single Black mother who's on social services, not by choice. And I never thought I'd be here. I had a really good paying job. Maybe it wasn't a good paying job, almost $30 an hour. And I worked in healthcare. And I think what turned my life around is taking in my grandson. He went to a school in Surrey, a very good elementary school, Georges Vanier, and they help a lot of impoverished parents. And I always wanted to be that single parent that had that job, had that car, had that, I'm handling my shit. But my grandson was in such a rough shape 2.5 years ago that I took him in. And when you take in a troubled child and you have another child at the same age in your home that already lives with you, that child starts to change. So my son started to change a lot after my grandson moved in, because my grandson was so troubled and he had major behavioral problems, to a point that the principal of the school put an RCMP member on him to mentor him. And it's a counselor through the RCMP. It looked at one point like he was never going to get better. He was just such an angry little boy. I think the day I went to the school to pick my grandson up, and the principal comes out and he's like, "That is one angry little boy." And I think that was the day I decided, hold up, because I'm getting hot. Sorry. Ugh. I'm hot. It's the fever. I get hot, cold, hot, cold. I better keep this close in case I get old again. And so it looked so bad. When I got him, he didn't know how to go to the bathroom properly. The pee was all over the floor. He would pick his nose, put it on the wall. He would just do so many things. He was oppositional. Now I got him to a point where he's not perfectly all there with school, but he's looking forward to things with school. He's actually looking forward to it. And now I moved into this really small place. It's so tiny. I'm scrounging for money, right? Never wanted to put my kids in a private caregiver's hand. I always put them in a learning center when I work, but I can't even work. The kids only go to school till 11:30. And because Mateus picked up so much of Carson's behavior, because Mateus said it, he said it a year and a half ago, "I'm going to act up too so I don't have to go to school." Mateus meant it. He started giving us school trouble, my son, and sure enough, he was in the same position as Carson. So then the Ministry of Children and Family Development tried to flip that and try to act like I was the one who made Carson act up, and I was the one who hurt Carson, and I was the one who caused mishap on my son. I've had enough with the ministry and this government. There are good people in this government. We are in the minority, but there are people in this government that are good. And I think we just need to do an overhaul of this system. It's really bad. And I feel like the things that have happened to me, the ministry engaging in child trafficking, human trafficking of children, using the Ministry of Children and Family Development to get all the children that had that fungus in their head. And then they took them from the parent through the Ministry of Children and Family Development, put the child into scientific experimental research, not therapeutic research. It was just an experiment. But they used the ministry children to do it that had the fungus. That's human trafficking. That's a crime. And now you have two government bodies, the ombudsman, you have the complaints specialist. They already gave me a file number. And then the complaints specialist. I don't want to engage with any of you. I want to go to court. I want to see them carried away in cuffs. That's not right. You don't do that to children. But tonight, it's just like, I was just, go to bed. I've had enough. And so I'm screaming at my son because I'm sick. I'm tired. I don't get any social supports from the Ministry of Children and Family Development. I have 2 special needs children. I don't get any respite. It's just me, 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 me. I have to do it all. And I decided to move back to Georges Vanier because it doesn't matter what I think about Mr. Reader or what he thinks about me. I really just don't care. I hope he thinks good of me, but if he doesn't, I still don't care. I trust his professionalism. And I will always say that he's a professional. And that's where it stays. I'm definitely have my disabilities. I'm disabled myself, so I have to struggle through life with a specialist helping me get through it. My grandson is special needs. My son is special needs. They both see pediatricians. I do everything on my own. And I'm tired. I'm real tired, and they won't help me with nothing. I pay for my grandson's prescription, almost $300 of medication every month out of my pocket. The Ministry of Children and Family Development won't help with nothing. They won't help with babysitting. They won't help with no programs for the kids. They won't help with nothing. I'm not afforded the same rights as other citizens in British Columbia. This Black woman is tired, but I'm not done yet. I have my eyes glow like the Spirit of God, man. Seriously, if you really look, it's trippy, eh? I am tired of how the ministry twists everything and draws this picture of this angry, they racially profile me. They use that to their advantage. She's angry. She's a criminal. I don't have a criminal record. I'm 52 in May. I don't have a criminal record. I'm a caregiver. I have to pass the small sector check, to pass the criminal record check, to work in healthcare. And if you ever need anyone in healthcare, go to Nurse Next Door. That's where I used to work. I was one of the best care aides there. It's a good company. And any students that want to get a job, Nurse Next Door in New Westminster. I love them. They didn't really wish me goodbye. That hurt me a little bit, but I like the company. They treated me well. I just wish they just kind of contact me after I had to stop working because I had to take my grandson in. He only goes to school half days. When do I go to work? Right? Who's going to take on a kid that was that out of control? Now in September, if I can get him to go to school full time, I can get a babysitter. They're 10 years old this year, this spring. So yeah, I can get a babysitter and get my ass to work for a few hours, make a little bit of money. But right now it's a very desperate situation. So without Mr. Reader, I can't make it. I can't make this work. I have the schools attacking me. When my son was getting picked on and beat up, my son did not want to tell the school because he thought they weren't going to believe him. And sure enough, they did not believe the little Black boy because the mother had to have been the one who gave him all those bruises. Like, it's just constant attacking me. There's no help for these boys. I'm their only help. And I cook, I clean, I do grocery shopping, which means you have to haul 8 bags of groceries, $300 worth of groceries down the damn stairs. And it's not the $300 that the MCFD is giving me. They don't give me nothing, not even a food voucher. They don't give me PDOC, they call it, so you can get food at the grocery store. They do nothing. They won't buy clothes. They won't buy anything. They just said, Carson cannot go home to his mom, or we will apprehend. They have no plan for Carson. They just said he can't go home. They left Carson in limbo. They want to take my grandkids, give them to the father who's probably still on parole. I don't even know, man. Probation, not parole, probation. And been to prison twice. Battered my daughter. I was there the day. It shook me up so bad. He was just vacant. Nobody was home when he was throwing my daughter around. My son took off because he's never seen domestic violence before. Mental health, had to force feed him his medication for a year because he has diagnosed bipolar, the severe kind. He's aggressive when he goes manic. And he admitted in court he's not taking medication. And the ministry doesn't see that as serious. It's just, they don't listen when I'm trying to tell them my kids, my grandkids, my children, they're going to get hurt if you don't smarten up. Okay, I'm going to be here 20 years down the line when they're adults. The ministry is not going to be there anymore. All right? So right now, we're just going to do it the legal way. Hey, it was like pulling a tooth, but they're in a corner. Why? Because they broke the law over and over again. And the documents kept piling up. Now the truth is to only be looked at by a judge. How are you going to do that when the Attorney General's against you? Well, it gets to a point where the Attorney General has to fold too. It's over. Look into my eyes, and then you'll see. I don't even know if I'm delirious from this sickness. No, don't listen to me. I'm just some dumb black woman who has no type of frickin' position. I'm just some dumb black woman that has nothing. I have no power. I have no influence. My God, I'm just carrying around these documents without any bounties on my head right now. Ha ha, I got them. I think that's what they think I'm thinking. No, my son died. My daughter and son had to go on their hands and knees and take dick up their ass. Wake up, people, man. This isn't funny. Human trafficking, like human experiments. This is serious. And then the head person for the Ministry of Children and Family Development, this Lynn girl, she's saying to me, let's have a chat. You call this a chat? After all of that? See, it rhymes. See this girl here? I know it's going to be a lot of money at the end of the day. I've prepared it like that. The minute they walked out with my 4-day-old son, those papers that I had in my house, Tony Percassin gave me, the legal privilege, he did his civil duty because he saw a crime. So they will not go after his family ever when this is at the end of the day. And I do want to see them carried away in cuffs. I do. That's the main thing I want to see. So anyways, I am going to just sit here for the rest of the evening and chill out. I hope all of you are sleeping, first of all. Tylenol's kicking in, so I'm feeling a little bit better. But I have a long day ahead of me tomorrow. And I can't even go in the school with the kids to see where the gym is, to see like what's going on. I want to go at least once to the gym just to know what my kids are doing, you know. What is it like? What does the Breakfast Club look like, you know? But I knew I needed Mr. Reader now of the school and his vice principal. The kids tell me her name all the time, Yena Shin. I don't know. I'll learn it once I meet her. Once I put a face to it, I can put a name to it. But the vice principal and the principal. But mostly I don't really know her because I haven't met her. But I have met Mr. Reader. And I remember coming out of his office one time and I said, no, I got this, because the stroller got stuck. And he was like, no, I got this. And I was so mad in my mind. All I could think of that moment is, what the you got this? I'm a single mother. I've been having this for 30 years. But at the end of the day, I do need his help. There's the breakfast club. There's the lunch program. That's going to free up a lot of my money. I have to pay for the medication no matter what. And I'm sure the ministry's checking in on that. And even if I didn't pay for it, then why aren't you guys paying for it then? He needs it, right? I'm so done. Like, I just can't wait till next year, April 26th, 2007. I'm going to do it 2 months before the death anniversary, the 20-year mark. You have 30 days to get it together. And then you can ask for a 30-day extension. Waited a long time. I deserve to have justice. My son's dead. They didn't even keep his grave. Like, when you go to his grave, it's gone. Maybe they took his remains and just did more tests on it. I don't know, but his grave has been, there's a wall. They did renovations over it, and they didn't get back to me. They didn't. It's all good. I'm still grateful for everything I have. I'm just overwhelmed. I'm sick. I'm tired, so it's like, I'm so glad the kids are in school for 4 hours, that will give me a little bit of time to kind of get some sleep. But tomorrow there is no sleep. I have shopping to do. They're 10. 8 more years. And they'll be grown. 8 more years I can start, even if they took my grandkids from me, because at first I thought I would never be able to see my grandkids again because they won't let me see my grandkids after they apprehended them from my daughter. And I was planning on, in 8 years, I'm going to go look for Jada. I'm going to look for Richie. And my mom made a prophecy, and she always does this. She says, Jada's going to hate James and his wife. They're not going to last, James and his wife. They're just not going to last. Trust me. I'm telling you, she'll learn in a little bit. She's just so fat and ugly that she's so shocked that she has James as her man. But James is sleeping with a lot of people. Okay, he's a dirty boy. He killed his daughter. He gave my daughter syphilis, man. And Jocelyn, my granddaughter, died because of it. He took off on my daughter. He never did no chores. He didn't do dishes. He didn't do none of that. And I understand he had drug addiction. I'm sure he's a better man right now, or trying to be anyways. But you're not a good man, because then you would have let Jada see me. It's just like I said to Kamisha, when you get these kids back, and you will, you need to go. You need to leave this city. Give yourself a chance as a black person. You have half black kids. They deserve to know the black side of their family. Touche, touche. We're in BC. They hold the kids from the black side of the family. I am so disappointed in this province. 20 years later, first you take my 2 kids that get raped, molested, experimented on. Then I have a son, and I'm so happy I have this son. Yeah, I was a little grumpy in my pregnancy, the last part of my pregnancy. I just wanted the baby out. But that's not enough to take my 4-day-old son from me, man. It took me 4 months to get him back. We didn't end up going to court. The judge saying it, they had to give him back. Then they come again and take him again. Try to act like I'm crazy. Well, James has bipolar. How come you not taking the kids from him? They done fucked themselves up. Come at me. Come at me. I'm done. I don't care if nobody understands what I'm saying. Everybody that's involved, y'all know what's going on. It's going down. Town. Into Supreme Court. And I won't even need money to do it, yo. It's that big of a crime. This is going to get huge and big. It's going to be like the snowball effect. It's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, that snowball rolling down the hill. Know what I mean? Am I enjoying it? Yeah. It was a lot of work for 10 years. I mean, when I first started, when they took my 4-day-old son, my mom says it's so hard to take the government down, Heather. This is going to be hard. It's going to take some time. It's taken 20 goddamn years. In 20 years, my son's medical information is mine. There's the death certificate, which I have, and then the medical certificate, which says how they died. That's how the coroner's involved, vital statistics involved. The funeral home's involved, and the medical practitioner is involved to write down how the child died, what are all the leading factors in his death. They did not put fungus in there. But you didn't experiment on his fungus in his brain. I want that medical certificate. It is mine after 20 years. They done did themselves in this time. They backed themselves into a corner by being cruel, inhumane, unethical, downright criminal, murderous. I will prove it in the court of law what they did. I just need someone to look at the file. Amen. Which means it is done.